Good morning. Is anybody there? I hope so. I invite you to join me anytime. I do try to begin on time as scheduled. I think that's part of something we do as part of practicing yoga, to be on time for others. And it's part of honoring your time, especially those of you who show up on time, although I know when it's online, you can kind of sneak in when you can. But being on time or being chronically late. Okay, you really have to think about that. Being on time means you're honoring your own time and that of the person or event that you are joining. Okay, so if you're chronically late, I think you need to look at that. And I do know people who are chronically late. I love you anyway, but you should think about why that's happening. Do you not plan properly? Is it the habit? Do you think it's okay to be 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late and just to send a text and say, I'm on my way, I'm late? Now, I've done that too, because life does happen and traffic or something, but often it's not anything urgent. So I like to start on time. I was taught that by my teachers. Okay, there's something called the yamas and niyamas. It's like the commandments of yoga, and one is not stealing. And stealing isn't just stealing things, or it's stealing time. So I want you to think about that. So anyway, I'm here till 11. I try and end on time too. But these sessions are recorded and published minutes. This has been great. We have had no interruptions or problems. Yay. And they're published minutes after I finish. So you can come back, watch part of it, watch some of it, share it, okay? Because yoga is something you want to integrate into your life. So this morning, now it's warm here. I'm in Santa Barbara. We're having some warm days, and my biorhythm's kind of in the heat. Now some people love it. I know you're out there, but after a certain temperature, I start to go over the edge, and I slow down. And by mid-afternoon, I'm like toast, okay? Because I get pretty early. But I want to remind you a few things you can do to help counter if you get too warm. One is, I shared this on Tuesday and last week, aloe vera. Oh, it's great, especially if you come in from a walk and you're really, really warm. After a shower, just the gel, put it in the fridge, and then kind of spread on your body. It'll dry and it's moisturizing. It feels really refreshing. The other thing I love is rose water. It's the best. I mean, it's so refreshing, and I love the smell of roses. So, I love it. Very refreshing. And remember, drink a lot of water. I have to remind myself, drink a lot of water and wear sunscreen. And on your lips too. Okay? So let's begin today, as we almost always do, with a bolster. My bolster's back there, a blanket or two. And I'm going to let you choose how you want to start with that sort of supported shavasana. Okay, so I'm going to put the bolster. We had it under our spine on Tuesday, and you can do that. Okay, I'm going to put it under my legs today. Okay, but you do either way, or if there's some other position, go ahead and do that. But let's start there. So it's a way to kind of bring ourselves here. We're home. There's distractions. You know, the garbage men already came, so we won't have that today. And they work so hard. God bless them. And, I'm looking around. Ooh, I see lint, or I see this, or I might have other distractions. So we have to learn to let those disperse, dissipate, move out, white noise, and come into our focus right now. And this is a practice not just in yoga. It's a practice that comes in very handy in life, okay? So let's start. If you're already there, enjoy. And hi, Bob. And I expect to see Janice soon and a few others. But if you don't sign in, it's okay. But you can always email me or send me a message. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm going to be there a few minutes. And you too. Okay. And remember, I'm going to remind you to lengthen either position. You want to elongate. Don't compress or anything. You want to feel this real spaciousness. Okay? All right. So I'll leave my glasses here and we'll begin. So I'm just going to use, I need to make sure my volume is turned up. Is your volume turned up? Yep, mine is. Okay, turn your volume up and let's begin. So reminding you that if you need to have a little support, so a little pillow, a rolled towel, a rolled blanket, this is for under your neck. You're not in bed with a big pillow, okay? So then I'm going to just put the other blanket aside for now. If you don't have a bolster, you can, remember, I've shown you how to fold. If you have a couple of blankets or towels, fold one, and it can replace kind of your bolster, okay? Or two, or a big bolster from your sofa or something. But it should be about like this. Can you see this? See how this is like an oval shape? Okay? And it's firm. It has a little give, but it's firm, okay? It's just the best ever, okay? It's just, I love this thing. There's so much you can do. So I'm going to slide my legs over. Most of you, your feet will be on the mat. If you're tiny, they might hang out. That's okay. I'm going to make sure when I come back, I use support to extend back. And I'm going to move this blanket under my neck. And stretch out. If you're already there, deep breaths. Just sink into the support. Oh, isn't this great? Don't you love it? Have you been busy? Or are you sheltering at home still? I hope you're being very, very mindful and respectful and responsible for yourself and for others. Okay? And it's not just about what we are entitled to do, but it's also about others. Okay? Does it affect others? And I'm seeing a lot of selfishness out there and not consideration for others. But I know that's not any of you. Okay, so I'm just going to be here a couple minutes. I'll give you a few more minutes. Just make sure you are totally arms out by your sides. Your shoulders should touch the mat. Legs are apart, arms apart. So remember, you want all of your edges completely untouched by anything. So you don't rest your hands, you don't widget fidget, okay? And breathe. So reminder to breathe through the nostrils. Okay, breathe through the nostrils. So we gently close the mouth, or the lips can be apart, but not so much that you're breathing through them. And you want to notice where you're holding any tension, internally or externally. Just start to feel it, let this warm weather, summer weather, melt it away. Okay? Okay. I'm going to be quiet for about a minute. It's been more than a minute, but oh, it's just so wonderful. I could just lie here for a long time. And if you want to stay here, it's just fine. Okay, find what works for you. And then you can come back later with the video or join me when you can. Okay, it's up to you to find your practice. That's what I want you to do. And I know that some of you have. You've told me that. You do a little every day. And whatever works within your routine. But once you start, okay, you'll find that you want to do it. Okay, it becomes so important, like brushing your teeth. Yeah, that important. Okay, so just when you're ready, if you have the bolster behind you, if you would slide it away, turn onto one side, move it aside, and then put it under your legs. So we're all here, okay, under your knees actually. Your pelvis is totally on the mat. And then we're going to bring both feet on top of the bolster. Keep your pelvis, a little bit of a dog tilt, and just start to maybe massage a little by making big circular movements. We all love this. Oh, feels really good. Especially if you kind of got up on the wrong side of the bed, you slept kind of wonky. Okay. Good. And then we're just going to do our old standby, one leg extended, the left and the right knee coming in. Hold either the knee, the shin, or just the back of the thigh is fine. You don't have to force it, but you want your shoulders down. See how my shoulders aren't pulling up? Keep them down. And feel that energy from your leg, straight leg, all the way up to the crown. Breathe deep. About 5 breaths. When you're ready, just alternate. Breathe as you alternate. Exhale, inhale. So you're in a rhythm, a flow, okay? So we're here to strengthen and to heal and to stay balanced and be our optimal self. No matter where you are, you can do some form, some practice of yoga. You don't have to do headstands. You don't have to do the splits. You don't have to do all those fancy poses you see in the magazines. No. You can develop a really wonderful, healing, simple practice of yoga stretches and strengthening. So, and then release. Bring both feet on top. So I get ARP magazine. Yes, I'm over 50. Are you over 50 too? Well, they had an article about staying stretchy and flexible and so forth. And guess what they recommend? Guess. Yeah, yoga. And breathing, because the breathing and the movement is exactly what we do. Okay? So I'm crossing my legs, one calf over the other shin. Right over. I do right over left. You can do left over right first. We're going to do both. Make sure your hips are down. Now, if you're tight, your knees, or if you have your knees might pop up. Wait a few breaths and see if your body will give a little. And if it doesn't, if you're still feeling real discomfort, okay, not a stretch, but discomfort, slide a blanket under your leg or bowl or a block or something else, a pillow. I'm okay. I happen to have really open hips, okay? So you don't have to look like me. The idea is for you to do what works for you, and we can always modify. Okay, that's about 5 breaths, do you think? Or so, and then we're going to uncross, recross, so the opposite shin, leg on top and bottom. Keep your feet lightly flexed and try and slide them under the opposite knee. Okay? Keep your hips grounded. Breathe. You might feel one side more than the other. Okay, it's okay to get a response. Breathe into it. As long as it's not pain, it's fine. Or it's okay not to get a response. Maybe you're open. Okay, don't go till you think you have to have pain. Why? 5 breaths there. Good. And then come in. So we're going to do butterfly. So this is where we put the feet together in a prayer and let the knees relax apart. So it's really important that the feet touch properly. Why? Because when the feet touch properly, it aligns the bones of the shin, which helps to align the knees, which goes all the way up to the hips. What's the big focus here is to be nice to your knees. Okay, so feel your feet together. Don't worry about the toes. They can relax. But the heels should be touching right at the center. And then the metatarsals, what are those? Those are the cushy little pads, just like they are on your hand, okay? At the base of the big toe and the baby, okay? There's pads. Those are your pads, your metatarsals, okay? So find those and find that even pressure at those 3 points. 3 points. Okay, that will create an even stretch across the hips and around the knees. We love our knees, be nice to our knees, okay? So about 5 here, you probably already done 5. And you can just do this, this is a great hip opener. So we're gonna go into leg cradle, passive leg cradle. Bring the knees in, wait. Can you feel it? Kind of coming back, recalibrating? I can. So we're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh. So notice my left foot is up, but it's passive, no hands, thank you. And my right foot is flexed. If you can get above the ankle bone, it's a little more comfortable. If you can't, it's okay. But flex your right foot, look at your foot, make sure you're not rolling out to the outer ankle. There's a tendency to kind of hook, and we don't want to do that. We want to extend through both inner and outer ankle. Again, this is about aligning your knee. Your knee is the weakest joint in the body. Your knees are the weakest joints in the body, and they're the longest to heal. And I bet every one of you know someone who's had knee replacement, and you can speak to that. I don't want it. I respect people who've had to have it for whatever reason, but I don't want it. Okay, about 5 breaths here. It's probably about right. You can do longer on your own, and then we'll do the other side. So uncross, breathe, breathe, and cross. Now this side's tighter on me, so I'm going to push the bolster forward so my hips don't feel like they want to come up. It's a dog tilt, okay? It's a bit of a dog tilt. So check your foot, nice little flex, and breathe. I'm going to breathe right into this area, the piriformis. Okay. A little tighter this morning, that's okay. This is a great sequence, especially for hips. Okay, for hips, it's just great. And on your own, don't be restricted to 5 breaths. Do what works for you, but be consistent on each side and so forth. Maybe 8 breaths, maybe 2 minutes. Okay, and then we're going to uncross. And I'm going to move the bolster. I'm sorry, but we have to remove the bolster for now. We're going to straighten the left leg right down the middle of the mat. And we're going to do a reclining tree pose. I love this. Bring your right foot to the inside edge of your left leg. Now, once again, if your hips are tight, you might feel like you're being pulled to the right side. Keep your left glute reaching for the mat. Stay in your center. If your knee pops up, wait a few breaths. Breathe, exhale, try and see if it'll release. Just a little. Wait a few breaths. Don't be impatient. And if it still isn't kind of where you want it to be, you can use a little support, blanket or a block. Okay? Too often we get into a habit of the props are great, but as we do practices for longer, we may need, each time we come to the mat, we may need a slightly different support. We might be tighter, we might not be. And if we always do the same thing, we aren't in the experience of that day. We're assuming. So give your body a chance to talk to you. Okay, 5 breaths at least. So as you can see, we're doing a lot of hip opening. And when you're done, say 5 breaths or longer, up, bend the left knee, stretch the right leg. It's very active. Left foot, and let it sit. This side's pretty open on this side, so I don't need any support. But like I said, I have very open hips. And most women have more open hips. Guys, you don't have open hips. It's just the way we're built. You have the strength in the shoulders. We have the open hips. Okay? So we each have our what we're born with physically, and then we are just trying to be in balance for what our body, ourself. Okay, 5 or so breaths here. When you're done, once again, come up and here. Okay. Now I'm going to slide my hips to the right edge of the mat. So up and over. And I'm going to give you a choice of a twist. I'm going to do the left leg straight again. Let's all do this. No choice. I changed my mind. And then your right foot sits on top. It can sit anywhere. It can sit on the knee in this case. Okay? But keep your right shoulder firmly connected to the mat. I know those of you who have been taking my classes for years have heard this over and over, but it's always good for the reminder. I hear my teachers' voices when I do a practice, and I know some of you hear mine. So none of this is new. I didn't make this up. I learned from excellent, excellent teachers, okay? Always mindful of the body and the physiology and the structure and alignment and breath, okay? And all of them also were deep into the philosophy, not just the postures. There's so much more to this than just the postures. Okay, breathe. At least 5 nice deep breaths, or your minute. If you remember the breaths in your minute, do that. Be consistent. And I'm going to go to the other side. So I'm going to inhale up. Go through the sequence. Take your time. Lift to the center, then lifting over to the left. I'm going to straighten my right leg. Bring the left foot on top and over. Now, see how my shoulder can come up if I let it? No. I'm going to keep it down, and I'm not going to go any further with my left knee. That's your safety valve. That's your safety net. That's your anchor. Okay, that keeps you from doing too much. And your body does send those little messages, but often we ignore them. We go, oh no, I can do more. And that's your ego pushing you. And then afterwards, when you're sore and you have pain, your ego says, yeah, I told you. Your body says, I told you not to listen to the ego. Okay, good. Now I want you to roll onto your side. I'm going to roll away from you. And over. Wait for a breath or two. Remember, come up from the bottom up. See how I'm doing this? Very important. Isn't that great? If that's all you did, that's all you did for yourself, that is only 20 minutes. Less than 20 minutes. I know you have 20 minutes. Okay, so now you're going to come up, because I know you have more than that. And you're going to take a few more minutes with me to just sit. And if that's all the time you have is half an hour, then that's fine. Okay? Don't beat yourself up for what you don't do. I still catch myself doing that. I was a pro. That's part of that perfectionist type A thing. Okay? So we can release that and just be now. Be here now. Ram Dass. Yes. So find a comfortable seated position. Okay, now you can use blankets under you. You can use bolster. Again, I have open hips, but if this doesn't work for you, you can also sit in a chair, okay? Do whatever you have to do to have your pelvis like a bowl in neutral. In neutral, not tipping too far forward, not tipping too far back. That's slumping, but in center. And you want to feel as you bring the pelvis to center, your spine goes, ah, yes. Now, if you feel that your hips are still real tight, and if we're here a few minutes, you're going to start fidgeting, I want you to not fidget. So you can, I give you permission, take a blanket or towel, roll it, and slide it under your legs like that so that they can sit knees lower than waist, knees lower than waist, knees lower than waist. Okay, so you get this openness across the hip flexors, the groin, and the slant helps create the stretch. Okay, just wiggle in. Oh. Come into a quiet space. We'll be here a few minutes. Let your hands sit lightly, thumbs to forefingers. This is Yana Mudra. It's the hand gesture. The mudra, a mudra is a gesture of the body or the hands of wisdom. And you'll see this very often in yoga. Closing the eyes. Once again, turning into the breath. Follow, watch the breath. Soften the inner palate, the gums, the neck, throat, across the wings of the collarbone. Let the shoulders gently slope away from the ears. Relax the lower jaw. Soften the inner gaze. Let the lips, the corners of the lips turn up ever so slightly. A little Mona Lisa smile. And when you're ready, we can bring the hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra prayer position. As you lower the gaze, sending love, light, and healing to heart center. Your own, your loved ones, everyone, everywhere. We need a little more love these days, don't we? And release when you're ready. Now, you could also interject another pranayama practice, Nadi Shodhana, or sit longer in just a meditation seat. Be still. Create your own practice, okay? All right. So let's begin on all fours. So remember, I'm going to move kind of slow today because of the heat. You know, your body finds a rhythm depending how it feels and the weather, and depending on what we call our doshas in Ayurveda. Some of us run hot, so in hot weather we just like, well, we go on overdrive. Okay, it's too much, so we need to like do things and eat things and so forth that cool us. Some of us are vata or air, and so we're and we love the heat. You're heat seeking, so you might find those people who they get cold easily, and they love the heat. They're really sun lovers. And then you have kapha, and they just move kind of slow and easy, and so forth. So it's really interesting to know a little bit more about your dosha. That's Ayurveda. So on all fours, we are going to need a block later, okay? So have a block if you have one, or two if you need them. And oh, this feels really good. Use a blanket under your knees if you need it, okay? I just wanted to show you, especially if you're on a hard floor. If I was on a hard floor, I would use a blanket. I'm on a carpet and a mat, so I'm not going to use one. But please support yourself. And if it bothers you to come onto your hands with your wrists, do this seated or on your forearms. And rest in between. So the bird hand, remember the little bird hand? Oh, wow, I'm really feeling this. And this is good because I can feel it engage it right into this underarm. There are lymph glands here, and we have to breathe and move to keep them healthy. It's called our immune system. Very important, especially nowadays, right? Oh my goodness. And move and breathe. Let it be juicy. This is juicy moon energy, wavy, watery. Eyes open or eyes closed. It's spontaneous. There's no thinking. There's just being in your body and move. Big hips side to side. Notice as your hips go one way, your head, your spine, and your skull respond, your neck. Maybe, oh, that side wants a little more. Maybe this side wants a little more. And I want you to integrate baby lunges for sure, okay? What's a baby lunge? Well, you curl the toes under, stretch back. Ah, yeah. Let those toes stretch apart. Let the sole of the foot open up from the toes to the heel. Ooh, yeah, breathe. Our feet are so important. That's why we're barefoot in our practice. It's so important. If our feet hurt, oh, not good. Now again, if this is, you can do this on your forearms. You can use knuckles or fists, okay? You can use blocks. You can do this against it with your hands on the edge of a chair, okay? Find a way. And then I'm going to change sides when you're ready. So each side, 5 to 8 breaths. Be consistent. Oh, this calf is a little tighter. So I'm going to breathe into it. Keep your hips level. Arms strong or on your forearms, fists, knuckles. Good. Now we're going to do cat dog. I love cat dog, okay? So it's elephant hands if you can, or on your forearms or in a chair. So the tailbone, this is so important. The tailbone is the caboose. The caboose moves first, the engine last, the head. And then up comes the tailbone, up and back. And it lifts your spine in a beautiful curve forward, and the head comes up last, okay? Last. So first the pelvis, cat, and the pelvis into dog. Okay, so continue with cat dog. And you can't do too much of this. You should integrate it every day. You can curl the toes under on dog. That encourages a little more opening of the neck and shoulders. Yeah. Do at least 5, 6 rounds. You don't have to count, just keep going. This is so good for the spine. You know, if we don't move, we start to, we lose it. You know, use it or lose it. It's really true. And we want our flexibility, our mobility is so important. And if certain parts start to atrophy, you don't want that. Okay, so come into neutral. Okay, now we're going to step forward on the right. So you're getting that right foot up. Now, you may want a blanket under your left knee, and you're going to slide the knee slightly back. You can have blocks here. And see how my thigh is at a slight angle. I'm on the top of the back shin. My right knee is just behind my right heel. And I lift up. I was reading, they were showing this one in the art magazine, and they said, you know, push down, do not push forward. Lift up, lift up. So I'm going to take this a step further, and it's up to you. Lift your gaze when you're ready. Really get strong in the back shin. Look up, and you can bring your hands onto the top of your left thigh, right thigh. Now, you want to be on the padding at the above your knee. Be very careful of your knee. Okay, if you have knee issues, you may want to modify this. Low lunge. Now, if there's more, breathe, wait, breathe, wait. Now, we're going to go into a high lunge. Okay, I'm going to shorten my stance a little. Bird hands, knuckles, fists, blocks. Elephant hands, if your hands go flat, that's great. Don't push forward. Stay strong in the back leg. You know where I'm going, don't you? We're going into crescent. Okay, so I'm going to shorten my stance a little. I'm going to wait for my inner cues. Look up. Start to come up. Come into my center. Don't push into the right leg, the knee. Stay strong in the back leg. Lift. Look straight ahead or higher. If you look at the floor, that's where your energy and weight go. So look up. If there's more, take your time. If there isn't more, it's okay too. Find your full pose and then hold it for about 5 breaths, okay? Okay, and very slowly, we're going to come down, and we're going to step back into down dog. Use an exhale. Lift those hips. Lift that leg up and back. We're going to walk the dog. Ooh, breathe. Breathe. But we have to do the other side. Yes, we do. So plank, lower the knees. Then bring that left foot up. Step up. Wiggle it up there. Make sure my right shin is slightly back. I'm going to wait till I feel I'm in position. See the angle? Don't push down, lift up. This is to get into that psoas area. I'm having uncooperative hair today. Do you ever have hair that's uncooperative? Okay, now when you're ready, if it doesn't work for you to come up to the next part, just do what you can, okay? I'm going to slowly come up. Lift your gaze. Lift up. Don't push down, lift up. You're going to feel it across the The hip flexor groin, that's good. The quadricep. Be careful of your knee. You're on the padding just above the knee. Breathe. If there's more, take your time. If you start to get shaky, wait. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Wait. Make sure you're not holding the inhale. Breathe. Okay. And then we're going to go into high lunge. Take your time. And up we go. Keep the hips level. Bird, knuckles, fists, blocks, or chair. Don't push forward. Stay in your center. When you're ready, crescent. So I'm going to modify my stance. I'm going to listen to my breath. Breathe. Go through the sequence in your own body. Let the pose unfold for you. So from here, we're going to go into a forward bend again. Exhale, up you go. Wait till you have your footing, okay? And then up we come. Yeah. Wow. That is so strengthening and so forth. Now, you're there by yourself probably, unless you're a couple doing it together. So you become your own teacher, okay? So you integrate what I teach you as I integrated what was taught to me, okay? Both of my master teachers, Rama Jyoti Vernon and Myra Lewin, who's now in Australia, and Rama, I can send you their sites, but Rama was taught by, she sat at the foot of masters, the great masters of yoga. She's in her 70s. She's amazing. She's amazing. Beautiful and amazing. And my other teacher, Myra, came to the practice from pain and healed herself. And she's also truly amazing. So I had role models. And so they learned from there, and they are, and still are. And then they share, and now I'm sharing with you. So then you become your own best teacher. Okay, I'm here for you. So now, let's do half sun salute, shall we? I just think it's one of the nicest little sequences. And I'm going to talk through it, but I know if you're already been taking my sessions, you know it. I just want you to go in your own rhythm, okay? Whatever the breathing pattern is for you, follow that. And we're pretty open now. We got those hips open, and we did a lot of breathing. So this is eyes open or closed. I keep my eyes open, but you can also do it eyes closed. And it's this wonderful fluid movement. If you're still a little stiff in the back body, remember to bend the knees. We don't round when we bend forward. We don't want to round because that overstretches the low back. Okay, so continue with half sun salute. So Ardha is half, Surya, sun, namaskar, salute. And remember, it's a dog tilt. And you breathe, and you bring the breath and movement together. That's what's so important. So that you find a rhythm, or the rhythm finds you. And when you create that connection, that's the yoga. It keeps your mind in your body and all that connection that we want. And that is what yoga is. It's the union. Learning to be present and to still all those continuous thoughts and chatter, so we can listen to ourselves. Okay? Okay, do a few more. A couple more on your own. I'm going to let you be on your own for a couple minutes. Eyes open or closed. Okay, as you come to the end of the next one, have a block if you have one. And we'll do a round together. Let me kind of get into play camera person. So it doesn't chop my head off. I'm limited by furniture, and you may be too. So just always be careful with sharp edges. Okay, so I'm going to just turn a little bit this way and this way. Okay, and we're going to do a sun salute, and we're going to bring in some other poses. You don't have to do what I do, okay? You're not obligated. But it's fun if I know you're doing it with me. So let's just take a moment. When you're ready, your inhale. Let's do a side sway. Over to the left, exhale. Up, inhale. Over to the right. Inhale, swan dive. Exhale. Half dog tilt. Open the book and close. Stepping back into lunge and wait. Take the block under your right hand at any height. I'm going to use the middle height. And we're going to turn to our left. So make sure your shoulder is over behind your wrist. Your knee stays over your heel. Inhale, open slightly, and wait. Now we're going to move only on exhales. Inhale, exhale, just a little tick. Turn from the spine, not from the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Watch your thumb. Exhale. Hold inhales, move on exhales. And when you get to where you are today, okay, it doesn't have to be all the way up, just breathe into it. Lift through the left hand, push off with the right, breathe. Feel the twist, but not going so far that you can't breathe. On an exhale, come down, put the block to one side, wait for the exhale, exhale, down dog. Up we go and back. We're going to hold down dog. So I'm going to push you a little, but you can release and lower your knees whenever you need to. Hold, breathe.
Feel your hands, feel the fingerprints, feel the thumb side. Let the head release. Shoulders slide upward toward the waist. Wiggle up into your sit bones. Get longer. Okay, now we're going to do a leg lift on the right. So I'm going to bring my right leg up. Little Barbie, half Barbie foot, little high heel foot. Inhale into a plank. Can you keep the leg up and come back? Lift and back. Inhale, exhale. And cobra. So you can be on your forearms or hands. Elbows hug in, forearms turn in, biceps turn out. Splay those fingers apart. Strong legs. Cat tilt. Lift your belly button, even if it's just a little. Lift it up toward your crown of your head. When you're ready, down dog. Take as many rounds of breath as you need to come back to down dog. Okay, we're going to step forward on the right. And we're going to do triangle. So I'm going to shorten my stance a little. I'm going to come into a twist. When I'm ready, I'm going to find my full pose. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Asana means pose, it's Sanskrit. Tri, like a tricycle. Kona, angle, pose. You're 5 or more. On your own, you can go deeper, go 8 breaths. And we're going to do it up and then reverse. So we come back, touch, and the left arm extends up. Don't collapse into the left hip socket, okay? Stay strong in the back foot, but remember the tripod. Don't roll out into the outer ankle or collapse into the inner ankle. This is where I really miss seeing you because I can really correct, but you have to look down and feel your foot's in mountain pose, although it's at an angle. Okay, 5 breaths. And then on your own, we're going to warrior 2. So it's a little longer stance. Okay, pelvis is neutral. I can see myself. And the arms stretch apart. Now I want you to feel your arms lift up from the soft underside, gazing to your right. This is great. You are strengthening your whole entire upper body. You're weight bearing your own weight. And then we go back, touch, and once again, we keep the right knee bent. Don't push into it. Stay strong. Look to the side or up. And then after your 5 or you're around, we're going to side angle. So remember not to just fold, but lift and lengthen forward. This is so important. So you want to give all that space to your right lung as well as your left. And then the arm stretches by your ear. Don't over rotate. You know who you are. Turn from your center. Stay strong in the back leg. Now the next part is optional. Okay, you can either come into a forward bend or you can give half moon a try with or without a block. I'm going to go into half moon, so I'll talk you through it, but you can also just go and do a forward bend. They both start the same. You reach forward on the right, but now half moon. I'm going to take a step. I'm using a bird hand. As I straighten my right leg, my left will extend up. See, I'm on a carpet and a mat, so it's really dicey. So if you fall over, like I did, come back. And I'm talking. So here we are. Breathe. And then I'll meet you in forward bend. And up we go. So even teachers lose their balance. But you come back, you finish. Okay? Balancing is very dicey on a soft surface. It's challenging. Okay, how'd you do? Do some of it, part of it? So we'll do the other side. I'm going to turn this way so I'm facing you. So always wait in between rounds. This is another great sequence of standing poses. You can do some or part of, okay? Okay, so let's do this side. So I want to get grounded, get into my legs. When you're ready, big wingspan. Let's do a side sway again. So over to the left. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, and up, and swan dive. Half, and fold. Sit back on the left. I'm going to move back a little because I'm a little close to the sofa. And bring the block now into your left hand. Okay? And bring the right arm about parallel to the floor. Okay, shoulder level. Weight on inhales, a little twist on exhale. Go slow. Some of you are always in such a hurry. And I'm in a hurry a lot in my life, but not in my yoga. I've learned to really slow down to go deep. And we need to do that in our life too. We need to slow down once in a while and go deeper and give ourselves a chance to catch up with ourselves. Good. Okay. Whenever you're ready, I'll meet you in down dog. Take your time. I'd like you to try and hold down dog. Breathe. Breathe deep into the navel, abdominals. Let the head go. Don't make your upper body draw all the work. Stay off the heel of the hand, be on the pad of the thumb. It's like the heel of, and then the pads of your index and baby fingers. Breathe. So if you feel like you can't do one more, can you do one more breath? Are you giving up physically or just mentally you just don't want to do it anymore? Just watch that. Either it's okay, but watch that. Because that's a habit we develop too. And plank. Oh, so I'm going to challenge you in plank. Breathe. Strengthen those legs. Look out. Reach back into the heels, through the calves, lift those shins, lift those thighs. Push the floor away. I'm going to challenge you and try and do a minute on your own. And then we're going to come up and do the leg lift. You thought I forgot, didn't you? Little Barbie foot. Flex, half flex, stretch the toes apart. Inhale. And come back. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your heart. And the snake. So if you're on forearms, remember, arms are parallel. Your legs are close together. Feel your toes try and touch the mat, even the pinkies. That turns the thighs inward. That protects the low back because it's a cat tilt. Lift, breathe. You'll feel the glutes tighten on their own, okay? And to go back to down dog, take as many exhales as you need. Lift your hips first and push back toward your heels, and then up you go. Okay, so lunge on the left, push off. Bring that foot up, up, up. Wiggle it up there. Triangle. Take your time getting position. The more you are present, your body gets it. Visually line up the heels. Start to turn open to the right. So again, we form a triangle with our legs, with our hand, arm, leg, and side, turning. Everything we do creates a gesture, a symbol, every pose. It's really quite wonderful. I'm not as versed in that as my teachers are, but you have to appreciate that yoga is far more than just the physical poses. It's far more. Reverse. We bend one way, we bend the other way. We twist one way, we twist the other way. We do one side, we do the other side. Balance. All about coming into balance and the center. Okay. After your 5 or so breaths, be on your own. We'll do Warrior 2. It's called Virabhadrasana. There's 3 versions. We're going to do just this one today. Extend, touch, open. You can look down or to the side, or you can start to look up. And when we go into Warrior 2, as you come up, extend, lengthen, connect. So we always want space. We always are supporting the movement of the breath everywhere. It wants to be everywhere. That's the blood flow. That's the life force. That's what keeps us vital and renewing and healing. When you're ready, you can come into a forward bend, or if you want to give half moon a whirl, I think I have time for space. Well, kind of. Not really. No, I don't, because of the sofa. Let me move over. So, straighten the standing leg. Up. This is great with a wall, a chair. And I'm going to come down slow as I can. And up we go. If you kind of fall out of it, just try to not fall out of it sometimes. Just breathe, okay? So, then wait for a few breaths and standing. When I was learning these poses and practicing, doing half moon on the left side, because my left side was weaker, it took 6 months to be able to do it in the middle of the room. And I had great instruction. So I practiced every single day. Okay, and I still lose it. So there you go. So I'd like you to do a balance on your own. I'd like you actually to do tree pose on your own, okay? So just remember to go through the sequence. I'm going to go through it too. And again, if you're on carpet or soft, you can actually get as flat of a surface as you can. Even if you have to go into a different room and do it, that's fine. If you have to have a chair to kind of balance or a wall, that's fine too.
We did a lot of hip opening in the beginning, and tree does require some hip opening, but you can lean against a wall with your knee or use a chair. What's important is that you're balancing on one leg at a time. And when you do that, I hope you guys are doing it. When you do that, you're sending a message to your body. You're sending a message to the bones and your nervous system. So if you are somewhere and you start to lose your balance, you learn how to quickly respond. Your nervous system is there for you. So remember, when you start, if you already started, it's fine, to bring the leg up and then turn the hip out, just like we did on our back. That's a great way to prep. But your foot can't rest on your knee. I see that in other, advertisements and magazines. No, don't put your foot on your knee, please. Put either below, rest here, the calf, or up above. Your knee isn't meant to go sideways. Okay? It has limited movement, and it's the weakest joint. Okay? So go ahead and do tree. Go through the sequence. 5 breaths at each part of the sequence. When you complete, if you want to do the leg lift extensions, that's a great thing to do. Lifting the leg up from forward and behind. Okay? So do your tree. If you need a cue, I'll cue one side. Remember, knee up, turn, foot sits. Keep your hips level. Create a prayer with your foot and the standing leg. Create a prayer with your hands. So that brings your energy center. Your focal point with your gaze is called your drishti. It's what you concentrate on. Make sure you're breathing. And after your 5 or 8 breaths, whatever you're doing, we stretch upward like the limbs of a tree from the low ribs. The hands will start to come together without bending the elbows, depending on your anatomy. If they do, the mudra here is interlacing with thumbs and index fingers meeting straight. And when you finish, you bring that light, because the trees and plants reach for the light. The tree lifts toward the heavens, and then we bring the light to our heart, and then we can do the leg extensions if you want to do that. Okay? And then I'm going to leave you alone for another couple of minutes to finish. If there's something else that you've finished, then you can do that as well. Okay? Just for another minute or so. Take your time. If you want to throw in another like half moon, that's fine too. I'm coming back. Don't rush. How are you doing? Okay. Just doing great. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the floor. I'll take you back to the floor. Now remember, you don't want to jar your body, but I'm going to take you a little different now. And I have to keep track of the time here. Perfect. Okay, so
You're up. Oops, don't do what I just did. Okay, so come to the top of your mat. And when you're ready, just big wings in. And over we go. Step back on either foot. And back to down dog. Lift, lift, and breathe. Exhale. And then we're going to lower the knees, but this time you're going to come onto your tummy. Now, if you are on a hard floor and then a mat, it may be a little rough on your pelvic bones. So you're welcome to put a blanket. If I was on hardwood floor, I would do this, under your pelvis. Okay, so you're going to lower your knees, bring your pelvis down. Okay, and go back a little so I have a little more room. Okay, and you're going to lie with your arms by your side, palm down, on your right ear. Your right ear. So turn it onto your right ear. Just kind of breathe into that. So we're going to do a sequence. Now these are all back bends. So what do we do with the pelvis? Cat, tilt. Cat, tilt, back bend. Cat, tilt, back bend. Cat, tilt, back bend. So bring the forehead to center. Press your legs into the mat, the floor. Strong. Cat tilt. So tilt your pelvis toward your heels a little bit. And we're going to come up on inhale and lift our arms and our head and our upper chest. So like Superman, Superwomen. Breathe deep. So this goes really into the abdominals. Lift, breathe. You're going to bob up and down. Use the legs. Cat tilt. No discomfort, low back. 5. Nice. Deep breaths. And then as you exhale, lower. Turn onto your left ear and let go. Okay. So now come back onto your chin or forehead. I'm going to use my chin. Press your arms, hands, palms down into the floor of the mat. Now we're going to inhale and lift our legs. Just our legs. Okay, so breathe, lift. Use your arms, breathe. Your legs can be apart. Lift. Lift. Breathe. And let go. Whew. Fun, huh? Turn your head onto your right ear. And back to center, chin or forehead. Yes, we're going to lift the arms and the legs. It's a cat tilt though. You have to do a cat tilt because you don't want to compress the low back. So tilt that tailbone. And when you're ready, inhale up like you're flying. Have you ever done a parachute thing? I've never done that. Breathe, lift those legs apart, arms apart. Breathe way down into the abdominals. Oh, this is good for your digestion, elimination. Healthy. Another breath, come on. Another lift. Another lift. And let go. Exhale, rest onto your left ear. Good. And now, when you're ready, you're going to roll onto your back. So sunny side up, just turn onto your back. I'm going to move this out of the way. So we did a lot of forward bend. That's a gentle back bend. Now on your own, before and after that, I know you want to do that again. Very few people do it on their own. Rest in baby cobra, which is just
the way you were on your tummy. Bend your elbows, forearms stack, and rest your forehead on your forearms and just let go. Great for low back issues. Okay, so in case you did create any little tension, okay, we'll counter it. Your body will tell you what to do. Your body will always tell you what to do. Yeah. Oh, these big circles feel so nice. I'm hearing a little clicking back there. Things kind of getting back in place. Your body wants to feel good. It wants to be in balance. It wants to be at its maximum. So it's up to us to listen and do what we need to do. Okay? So what can you do today? It's nice. Eat maybe a little more fruit, a little less sugar. I know I need to drink more water because of the heat. And I do sweat when I walk, so I need to be mindful and drink a little more water. Okay? So it could be something really, really simple. It doesn't have to be this long list. Okay, and then let's do what we love. This feels good always. Right knee in, left leg extended. One thing you do is nice for yourself, okay? Maybe this is it, and that's great. So maybe a little something tomorrow. Some of you have shared how you develop in your little practice. I'd love to hear that. You really do get to the point where you can't not do it, okay? Not because you feel it's compulsory or you have to, because you really want to. It really feels, you feel so much better. And it will change. One more time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is always wonderful. You can wiggle your toes, make circles. Mm-hmm. Okay. And we're just going to do one of my favorite. Let me see how we're doing here. I don't want to. Okay. I'm going to do one of my favorite little gentle twists, but you can, well, yeah. First of all, let's do one more little bridge, a flowing bridge, okay? And then we'll let you do another finishing twist and then Shavasana, because we're so warmed up. So this one, what you might want to do is put a block between your knees or thighs, because it keeps your knees from flopping apart. Your feet should be like mountain pose. Okay, we don't go way out with big duck, wide leg Charlie Chaplin legs. Keep the energy turning inward. This protects your knees. So we're going to do a flowing bridge, which is as you bring the arms up wherever you can to wherever you can. You start to bring the pelvis up, cat, tilt, cat, cat, cat. Okay, and just start to bring arms. If you can bring overhead, that's fine, or just do what you can. And as you exhale, you lengthen from the top down. And just coordinate your breath and your movement. And it's this rolling bridge. It's a fluid movement. Think of, I love the analogy of a strand of pearls. Okay, we don't want them to get all knotted up, or a chain, links on a chain. Okay. And just do several. I'm going to do another one. I've lost count, but you can do 3, 4, 5. This is really nice. And it goes along with the other little gentle back bends that we've done. Okay. And when you're complete, do one more finishing twist. Okay, we've done a lot of twisting. It's up to you. If you want to just do with both knees over to a side, you can do that, or the one we did in the beginning, or if you have another twist, okay, do each side maybe 8 breaths, and then Shavasana, okay? So I'm going to let you do your twist, and then go into Shavasana. This is when if you don't have a bolster, you really wish you had one, because they are divine for relaxing. So you can do what we did in the beginning, just legs over the bolster, or you can put the bolster behind you, or if there's something else you want to do, please do that. Okay, so your twist, your relaxation, Shavasana, and I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes, okay? To close out together. So the chime bell is a gentle reminder, not meant to jar you or jar your nervous system, but a gentle reminder, if you so choose, to segue back. If you want to stay where you are, I wouldn't blame you. But you can just listen or start to gently, when you do choose to transition back, do it one breath at a time. Let the breath yawn, stretch, inhale, exhale. Yeah, it's wonderful. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, slowly awaken. And when you're ready, or if you want to stay where you are, you can turn onto your side or stay where you are while I share Hafez. He's just so divine. I'm going to share the 2 poems I read this week, tomorrow or Saturday. This is called Skinning Your Knees on God. Little by little, you will turn into stars. Even then, my dear, you will only be a crawling infant, still skinning your knees on God. Little by little, you will turn into the whole sweet, amorous universe in heat on a wild spring night and become so free in a wonderful, secret, and pure love that flows from a conscious, one-pointed, infinite need for light. Even then, my dear, the beloved will have fulfilled just a fraction of a promise he wrote upon your heart. When your soul begins to ever bloom and laugh and spin in eternal ecstasy, oh, little by little, you will turn into God. And you can listen or choose to join us as we seal a practice again. I don't know how many times this has occurred, but it's always profound. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, peace, and truth. I think I messed up, but when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Om Shanti. So, thank you again, and hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I'll do the cards, the angel card and the heart card for us. Tuesdays was pretty cool. Oh, they're always good, by the way. Sometimes they're really appropriate. Oh, okay. The angels say to focus on healing, so you're in the right place, and spend more time creating your future. A healing future? A more healthy future? Why not? So I'll see you next week. I want to remind you, next week we're going to do tennis ball. So get your hands on one, okay? And if you live in Santa Barbara and you're near, I have a bag of them in my car and I want to disperse them, okay? And I will see you then, and thank you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful weekend. See you next week.